Hey guys, finally got around to this. Um, I finally got Chromatic Orb to work properly. All right, so, well, actually not Chromatic Orb. I meant, oh no, yeah, I meant Chromatic Orb. Okay, so I'm just going to upcast it to increase my chances of leaping. So if I hit the use power button, it's going to roll the attack, and it would be nice if I target it. All right. Shoot. And then, of course, you choose your damage type. Let's see. Did rolls double. So then it leaps. So here, it lets me know that I can attack all these targets that are within range. So if I take this target here, all right, hold on. Oops. Let's see, allies. I think that's anybody. So if you look here, you can see it definitely knows 4 is 30. It knows that 1 is what, 15. It knows that 3 is 10, and it knows that Goblin 2 is 20. Okay, so it's going to leap. All right, so now I'll just pick any goblin. So it rolls to the leap person, and then rolls the damage. So now, if I had rolled again, it would have leaped and leaped up until the maximum upcast. So that definitely works. So I finally got this to work. Leap. Okay, it leaps. And miss. So let's upcast so we can get some multiple leaps. Roll a lot of dice. Oh wow, I missed. Alright. Oh man, I hate that because now I gotta do it again. Hold on. Cancel. Alright, let's try again. Get some leaps. See if we get a bunch of. Okay, so hopefully I hit. Okay, and it's gonna leap again. Damage. Leaps again. Sorry. And then the last target. Okay, and there we go. Huh. How many leaps do I get? I don't even know how many. Oh, I think it told me in the list. I think it did tell me in the list how many leaps I had. But anyway, you can see. Oh, I killed almost everybody. All right, so you can see that is actually working. All right, so let me go. Okay, so anyway, that's Chromatic Orb. So Sorcerer's Burst is still working. I can choose. I rolled an 8, so I'm doing good. It's actually showing me all their feats. So Sorcerer's Burst works. I want to show you Boom and Blade. So everybody knows Boom and Blade. So if you put the effect on, so I go ahead and add the effect, and then go up here, roll the damage, and that. Okay, where is he? Okay. So now, normally, if he was to move, if he was to move, then I would have the player drop more damage on him. But you don't have to do that now. All I have to do is move the target, and it's going to drop the damage automatically on them. Okay. So let me see. So when it's doing that, it has this little effect here. That's DMGM. Okay. So M technically is stands for move. Okay. So let me clear targets. All right. So if this target has this effect on them, and they move, they will take the damage. And the reason it's taking that is because hey, I didn't tell Blue and Blade to drop off of the wizard. So, all right. So you go here, do it. I move. They take damage. All right. So now you don't have to worry about telling the GM does worry about say, hey, he moved, go ahead and drop damage. Or someone say, hey, Warren, when he moves, let me know. They drop damage on him. So that's that. And another one. It's a little well. I won't say it's clunky, but it's up to you how you want to do this. So basically, spike growth. So if I put spike growth on him so you know how it works if you move through spike growth. So now this is what it's going to do. So let's say I move 3 spaces. Okay. This pops up and asks me, and I'm gonna line all this up a little bit better. I forgot I need to fix this. And then I could say I move 3 spaces, and then I could say use, and it'll drop the damage on him. Now, if he's still in the spike growth, let's say I move 5. Okay. This is going to pop up. Let's say it took me 5 or whatever to get out. So I can hit 5. But this time I'll hit it's a use and remove. So what this is going to do is going to remove it's going to do the damage, but then it'll remove the effect because he's out of spell. Okay. So that's how that works. And the effect that does that is DMG-MX. So we got M for move and X is for I just said for the amount of movement spaces that they move. So anyway, so that's some new features there. I don't know, absorb elements. Absorb elements is I don't know. That's this was actually part of another extension that I had, but it wasn't published. So with that, so now this will pop up if you take any type of elemental damage. Oh, let me show where. Oh, here he is. So let me put him here. So if I do some elemental damage, let me cycle through turns. Hold on, get to got all these extra actors in there. Okay, all right. So if I was to do some fire damage, this will pop up, asking me, do I want to use absorb elements? I'm gonna say no because I want you to know he has another reaction, which is hellish rebuke. So I want you to know that both will cycle through. So if I want to use hellish rebuke, I'll just ignore that, and then I can hit use, and then it would do the hellish rebuke. All right. So let me cycle. Actually, go here and cycle through again. All right, so let's do that again. Oh, I didn't get to my turn. Oh, sorry, I have these actors in here. So let's go ahead, damage. So it pops up. All right, so let's see. And you can see that it definitely works. Let me bring this over here so you can see the wizard. All right, you can see the damage was 22, so I should have took 11 just so you can see that it works right there. I took 11. Also, another thing I added here was for shield. So let's see if we can get the shield to work. Come on. Oh, I gotta cycle through again. Alright, sorry. Do shield. Hopefully I get the Faber roll. So you can see shield pops up. So you can see here. Alright, so shield pops up. Let me any damage. Yeah. So basically I can still roll the damage. I'll go up here. So here's the damage. So technically the damage is in Q. You can see for the wizard, I didn't take any damage. Okay. So if I was to ignore it, let's ignore Hellish Rebuke. You can see the damage went on me. All right. So that way, if you've like me and my hotkey, I just start rolling damage. That way, the person knows. Oh, I'm sorry, I did damage to you, and oops, I did damage to you. Let me mark it off. Okay, so it comes up. So this time I'm going to say use. I should have rolled the damage to show you, and I see I already had damage on it. I should roll the damage to show you. I don't know. I want to. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let it cycle through. Usually I get these quicker, of course. I didn't want to have to use the manual roll, but I guess I could have. Yeah, I should have used the manual roll. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, so let me do damage. Alright. So you can see I have no damage on me. I rolled the damage. I'm just going to hit it. You can see I didn't get the damage. Alright, so those are some of the new things. I think that's it that I've added. I did fix Shillelagh. So Shillelagh is not part of the roles uh, for cantrips for when you go up to different levels. So sorry, I can't speak today. All right. Well, basically, depending on your level, so I have these cantrips automatically adjusting for your level, like Firebolt. Okay. So if I was to hit this, okay, it's going to roll 2d6, 2d10. You can see that it's only 1d10 there. And then the same thing for, let me take some damage off the thing. Now the same thing for here. If I hit this, it's automatically going to roll a d8 because it knows it's not wounded. So if you come here, you can see I'm not wounded. So if I roll, okay, and I hit, it knew to roll 2d8 because I'm tier 2. All right, and it rolled 8 because I am not injured. But now that I'm hurt, let's roll again. Okay, and then you saw it rolls the d12s, and because it knew that I was hurt. Green Flame Blade has its own coating, so that was fixed. I told you about Booming Blade. True Sight is not part of it as well. And of course, Sorcerer's Burst and all the other ones. So anyway, I made those fixes there. Hellish Rebuke you saw. Was there anything else I added? Um, I think that's it. But just know, in order for the automation to work and for the upcast to work and all that other stuff, you have to use the use power button. Okay? Because it's just like if I wanted to, and that way you only do one roll instead of have to do multiple rolls. So let's say Ray of Sickness, so we'll do all the rolls and add the effect. If you're over here, did the roll and add the poison effect. Same thing for, I have another one. There's something else. Rare Sickness, Thunder Wave. Or I don't have it coded, but I have a coding for push. So same thing. Oh, actually, push. Oh, that's my. I got that extension on. So I need to move. So don't worry about that. This is only because I've got my push extension on, and it's supposed to not be on. But it actually was supposed to push the target, but I don't have that. I have that extension on. It's not part of this extension, so I will be moving it over to this extension. So once I get it fixed, but it's not part of this extension. I'm working on it. Once I get it fixed, then I'll add it here. So basically, whenever you do Thunder Wave and they fail to save, it's going to actually push the target away. All right. So I think that is it, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming. Thanks. Bye.